Okay, so this is the last one before I have to go do serious, some serious things. And I was just reading once again in the New York Post. The New York Post, okay, that is the source, not me. And is this a Murdoch? I think this is a Rupert Murdoch publication. Don't quote me. I don't know. I don't know what publication it is. I shouldn't have said that. I'm realizing I've come to a point in my YouTube channel career. That's funny. My YouTube channel career, where I have to be very careful what I say. I have to be very careful what I say because people are going to fact check me, and you know everybody who knows me knows I live under a rock. I really don't know what's what in the world. And that's by choice. It's like it's too much. So I retreat. And then I'm like, what is everybody talking about? What's going on? So Meghan and Harry have done, I guess, a good deed in a way by pulling me out of from under my rock and forcing me to like just be aware of like the world, because I retreated from the world. I definitely retreated from the world for many, many years. And I have no idea. I cannot be bothered. I cannot be bothered. So when I say the New York Post is owned by Rupert Murdoch, take that with a grain of salt. I have no idea. I have no idea. I think it is. I think that's what I heard, but whatever. It doesn't even matter to me at this point. It's all the same. Half a dozen and six. Same thing. Okay. Now, Meghan and Harry were chased in New York on a couple of days ago when Meghan was there to receive a Woman of Vision Award. Did I get that correct? Woman of Vision Award. Did I get that correct? The title of the award? Because even that I can mix up. Okay. Sorry. And so she was there to get a Woman of Vision Award, and she was gorgeous in this golden dress, this dress of gold, with her mom, with her husband, and so on and so forth. And everything was wonderful. And then the whole narrative changed because now it turns out that after this event, she was involved, Harry, and her mom, Doria, and their security team were involved in a chase with the paparazzi. And there were several paparazzi cars that chased them through Manhattan on Tuesday night. And their publicist, Harry and Meghan's publicist, issued a statement on Wednesday, that was yesterday, informing the public that it was a near catastrophic paparazzi chase. That was their word, near catastrophic. And so now, in the aftermath, everybody's doing all this analysis, and a lot of it is centered on, instead of on the award that Meghan received, nobody cares about that anymore. That's now lost in the debris, really. Now all anybody wants to talk about is this car chase, and I guess it makes sense. I mean, the car chase, as exciting as it was to see Meghan in that dress of gold, that golden dress, receiving this beautiful award in New York, because we don't get to see her too much, do we? As exciting as that was, it's not as exciting as a car chase through New York City. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Nothing is funny about the car chase, but nobody's interested in the award today. Nobody cares. They don't even remember the name of it. Even I struggle to remember sometimes the name of it. All anybody wants to talk about is the car chase and the paparazzi chasing and the near catastrophe that almost resulted to repeat history and plunge everybody into a decades-long depression over the consequences of what could have happened. And so, I've done a couple of videos about the whole thing. I think that for me, it's always about the takeaway for me. And the takeaway is Meghan, Harry, and Doria should never have been in a car together in the first place. From a security standpoint, I said that was a breach on a level that I can't even believe. They have a security detail, they have a security team. How did they not advise them to that? Why does it take a near catastrophe for third parties like myself to point that out? How are you in a car together, all three of you, going anywhere or even on a plane together without those kids. I mean, you have two children. And so for me, I mean, I don't have the words. I mean, why are you even in a car together? That's number one. But that said, I mean, and that's not to blame Meghan and Harry, but it is to be a little bit strong about the fact that, look, I mean, you have to be serious about this. Lily and Archie, Lily and Archie, Lily and Archie. Think about this. What happens if you and Harry and your mom, something happens to the three of you? What about Lily and Archie? When I think about this, I can't even finish the analysis actually. I can't finish the analysis. I can't even think about it. I can't think about it. Right? I can't think about it. And so for me, what are you going to do? Who's going to take care of them? Tyler Perry? Poor Tyler, poor Tyler. He seems like a nice guy. I just actually saw something in my inbox from Twitter that he had tweeted about Janet Jackson. And so I that's why I have him on my cerebral cortex at the moment. But I thought about him also in the context of what happens if something happens to Meghan and Harry and God forbid Daria. I mean, do they have something in place about who's going to take care of those children? I know Tyler Perry is Lilibet's godfather. I mean, is he going to get custody? I mean, and it's not a joke. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. I mean, this is a single man who is in his 50s. He has a young child, I know that. But I mean, the child I think is largely taken care of by his mom. So, by the child's mother. So, I mean, what happens if something happens to these two and what happens to those children and do they have a plan in place? That's all I can really think about as I think about this whole thing, because I think that they are heirs to the British throne, and if something happens to Meghan and Harry and God forbid Doria, that Tyler Perry or no Tyler Perry, I mean, and I don't think Tyler Perry would get custody, nor do I think he would want that responsibility. Although maybe he would, you never know, and he has the resources to take care of these kids. But quite seriously, these are heirs to the British throne, so I think the British state would step in, especially with Archie, who was born in England. And so what is that going to look like? It's going to look like them being raised by Charles and Camilla. And I know how Harry feels about Camilla, rightly or wrongly. So how does that work? And Camilla is an old woman. I mean, and so is Charles. I mean, they're not parents now, they're grandparents, let's be honest. They can't identify with kids. I mean, at this point, I mean, so they're not going to be raising those kids. Who's going to raise those kids? Kate and William? I mean, with all due respect, you know, they'll do the best they can, but it's not the same as their parents. I mean, who's going to take care of those kids if something happens? I get sick in my stomach. I get sick in my stomach. I mean, is there a scenario where Samantha puts in a claim? Or Ashley? I mean, Ashley is different from Samantha. I understand that, but I mean, my God, I mean, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Oh, what happens, Meghan and Harry? You're in cars together, you're in planes together without your kids. And then you're going to put your mother in the car with you and be involved in a paparazzi chase. I mean, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? What happens to Archie and Lily if something happens? Did you put a plan in place? And a plan B and a plan C? Because if it's Tyler Perry, I mean, he's 55 years old or 52, whatever. I don't even know at this point. I mean, what if something happens to him? I mean, who takes care of Archie and Lily when you insist on being in the same vehicle together? You insist on being in the same plane together without the kids. And now you're putting your mother in the car with you. I get really exasperated. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, but now, so I digress. I digress. Okay. I digress. Okay. I'm talking about this publicist who in the New York Post who he basically lays some blame for the chase on Harry and Meghan. I don't know whether the chase is fair or not. I mean, his name is Rob Shooter, and he basically said he's a former publicist for stars like Jennifer Lopez, P. Diddy, and Princess Michael of Kent. Why did Princess Michael of Kent need a publicist? Okay, whatever. And he said that they exercise poor media strategy by inviting the press to the Women of Vision Awards event and then slipping through the back door to avoid the paps. When he says that they invited the press, what does that mean? Let's try to figure that out first. I mean, Meghan Markle makes royal entrance in gold. Attends. In gold dress as she's honored at New York City Gala. What does that have to do with inviting the press? So that was a fake pump. They had me click on this, and this she didn't invite the press. Did she invite the press? She may not have been at Buckingham Palace, but Meghan Markle still made a royal entrance at a glitzy bash in New York City Tuesday night with husband Prince Harry by her side. The Duchess of Sussex, 41, showed a bit more skin than usual in a quilted gold Joanna Ortiz dress that originally retailed for $1,850, but is unsurprisingly now sold out. If you do this one more time, I'm going to throw the phone out the freaking window. I'm going to throw it out. I'm going to throw it into the fucking wall. There's not much to do when all I can is thinking